Metric has built a loyal fan base thanks to its hands-on approach to making music. The band has stayed in the spotlight, teaming up with other artists and taking on side projects like designing clothing. Now the band is back with a new album showcasing its evolution.
Sadly, a lot of the people that we started out with are no longer active. But then sometimes I think maybe that's not sad, because other people have a completely different vision for how they want their life. People want to like go in, bang it up, have it explode, and then they always pictured themselves doing something else. Or, you know, for me, I've known since I was a little kid that this is the one life for me, and there are a lot of sacrifices that you have to make, but, you know, and it's definitely confusing sometimes, because you see, we're like societally, we're shown what success is supposed to look like, and I don't want that. I want something very specific, and so that can get confusing when you're to remember you're still on the right track.
Art of Doubt is the first album that founding member Jimmy Shaw didn't have a hand in creatively steering, allowing him to explore the band's sound from a fresh perspective.
There's two real sides of it to me. There's the technical aspect of it, which has changed dramatically. I mean, there's like, you can make a record on an airplane on a laptop and release it up to SoundCloud the minute you land, as long as you have an internet connection. Whereas when we started, you know, you needed budgets and you needed studios and you needed gear and you needed like technicians, and you can still make records that way, but you really don't have to. That's sort of the lesser of the exciting sides to me, but the more important thing to me, which hasn't changed at all, is just the people, and trying to get the people to be the best they can be, and trying to get them out of their own way, and try to get them to see what they're trying to do and execute it properly.
The musicians that you're producing.
Yeah, and it's one of the reasons that I really wanted to not produce this record was I needed to get way out of not only my way, but everybody else's way as well, and have someone see the band for who we actually are, with some objectivity, and what we're capable of, and what the essence of the group is, and what we actually kind of sound like, you know, and that's what Justin did.
As Metric continued its rise in the music industry, lead singer Emily Haines famously invested every cent she earned back into building the business. A choice that came with risk, but which has paid off.
People really don't realize how much it takes on that side. So, you know, it's definitely from the outset. First of all, I was fortunate enough to find other musicians who were willing to sacrifice everything. So, you know, it sounds romantic. It's really not. Like, to live in a van, it's not romantic at all. And doing the calculation of like, if we just keep driving, then we won't have to pay rent anywhere, and that means, you know, that we'll be able to somehow keep going, and at all costs resisting the lure of some sort of stopgap work that would take you away from the real thing that you need to do. So, like, you know, we both waited tables. We've all, you know, Josh and Jules worked at markets and did like actually crazy Alaska fish, I don't know, things, crazy things. That I'm trying so hard not to go down like a totally hilarious digression that would crack you up forever, but let's keep it together. But so going through those years and being like, no, I know where I need to be. And when you commit to something like that and you make those sacrifices, and everything goes to like, now we can buy this piece of gear, and then now we can play this show, and if we have, you know, if we get ahead of ourselves and buy this production, it's going to step our show up to this level, and then we can play to this level of crowd, constantly upgrading the gear, the crew, everything that goes along with giving the audience like the best possible show. It's still, to this day, you know, we don't play with monopoly money, and we're surrounded by people who are funded by all these ways and stuff, but like, with the exception of our good fortune of the system in Canada that helped us when we were starting out, which that grant system is, I mean, my gratitude for that is immeasurable.
Haines has also translated her signature style into the fashion world. She's designed clothing pieces, including jackets for retailer Red Sack. It's a collaboration that has inspired the singer to become more entrepreneurial.
In addition to everything related to writing and performing, and to some extent producing, which I've learned some stuff from Jimmy, I have done some collaborations in the realm of fashion. Like, I did a collab with Red Sack where I did a custom jacket, and then I designed my own jacket It was just for like every woman everywhere, like moms or like traveling. It's not a lifestyle thing, but it's a black leather jacket with gold on the inside. And then I've always found it kind of sketchy in a good way, like these like pockets that are built in but come out and become a clutch. But you open it like this and it's like, want to buy a watch? Like all the things are in there, passport, all the stuff that you need, keys, baby bottle, all just like flanking you like this. So I was really excited that they wanted to do it. I kind of couldn't believe it. That was great. So I feel like there will be more projects like that in the future.